Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls with yours truly, me, Delicate Blood. Wow! So here I'm using the Black Knight Greatsword. Not really the best weapon for this boss. Honestly, this is just another boss where you want to have a high mobility. By high mobility, I mean that you want to have your equipment load be less than 50% of your total equipment load. So for that, I'm actually using Havel's Ring because I'm using some weighted stuff, as well as this Black Knight Greatsword, or Black Knight Sword is 8 pounds. If I was able to use any other weapon, I honestly probably would. But something I didn't show off is that if you're human, and if you're around level 30, I think it is, you have a white soul sign there, and a gold soul sign over there. So here we can see Knight Lautrec, as well as Knight Solaire. So we're going to invite both these guys into our world. Lautrec owes this one. And Solaire, he's just Solaire. Why wouldn't you want to summon the bro? Knight Brolaire, maybe. So, when you're trying to summon phantoms into your world, you can only summon in one at a time. It's a little annoying nuisance, but it is the multiplayer fashion of the game. And always make sure to bow to anybody that you've summoned. Oh wow, Lautrec comes in injured, and then goes fully healed. Interesting. So here we can see that Lautrec is using 2 shottles. That is kind of terrifying. And Brolaire, we've seen before, he's using his Sun Shield and Straight Sword. But enough stalling on my end. We're going to go straight into the boss. For this boss, I recommend a high physical defense. So this chainmail set is going to give me some protection. Honestly, not enough.
Oh, it's a cute little alligator. That is not a little alligator. Okay, I'm terrified.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gaping Dragon. This is one enemy you do not want to ever target. If you do target him, it's going to aim for the very center of him, and you never want to be in front of his face, ever. Like all bosses that I've been talking about so far, you always want to go straight for the tail. Straight for the butt. Oh gosh, that's going to hurt. I'm very impressed that I even dodged that. And that's precisely why you never want to be in front of his enemies. But now that he doesn't have a tail, that is one less thing that we have to worry about. And surprisingly, Knight Lautrec is actually doing a lot better than our buddy Brolaire. But after he does a charging attack, he'll always get worn out. And then as he rears up like that, you actually kind of want to avoid him. This is an enemy, again, I would not actually even recommend using your shield on. He's much more powerful. Ow. And when he jumps up like that, you just want to kind of move around. I'm actually not sprinting. That's something I would really like to point out. And generally, you don't want to stand on his sides, because his arms can hit you. Oh, there we go. We got a nice stomping attack from him. But you can't attack his legs, so if you need some type of cheap shot on him... Ow. That's why you want to have high armor against him as well. Is that when he hits you, he is a dragon after all. Okay. Ooh, alright, so that little slime there is a weapon durability breaker. It will break your armor and weapons. So that crystal set that Dormnall is trying to sell you will actually break on this boss fight. Now his left side there, you can see that he's a lot more aggressive with his left side than he is with his right hand side. Now if you have aggro, don't worry too much. Just kind of let your partners, like if you pull aggro for any reason, let whoever else is in the room with you just take, do damage to you. There's no reason for you to go all in if you're holding aggro. If you're holding aggro, the best thing you can do is hold your shield up and just keep his attention. But as you can see, if you just keep targeting the butt, epic finish. Oh god. I don't know who hit it to kill it, but I probably would have died there. And there we get Twin Humanities, a Homeward Bone, and a Sunlight Medal, along with 25,000 souls. Big points on that dragon. A few attacks that you didn't see. He didn't charge as much as I would have liked him to. Every time that he goes and collapses his body, when he's not reared up, if he's on all 6 legs, he'll charge he'll charge straight in front of him. So you never want to be in front of that boss's face ever. Same thing, if you run away, make sure that you are not in front of his face. You always want to be on his 3 or his 9. That's probably where you're going to have the best control over what he's doing. Like I said, his legs are susceptible to damage. However, his butt is probably your safest bet, and you should always be cutting off Demon's Tails just for the weapons, which in this case we just got the Dragon King Great Axe, which is going to cost us 50 strength to wield. It weighs 24 pounds and receives 0 parameter bonuses from it. So this thing is just a massive hunk of damage. And because I don't have the strength, I have a very sloppy animation. Yep, can't even two-hand it. But yes, so that boss I don't find to be too challenging. He can one-shot you. When he jumps up in the air, you should have learned against the Asylum Demon in your first fight in the game, or against some of the other bosses. If an enemy jumps, you kind of don't want to be around it, depending on how it jumps. But, I mean, the game allows you to summon Knight's Lautrec and Knight Solaire, or you can summon any of your friends or summon anybody in the game to help you with that fight, which will really help you out. Well, enough chatting from me. We are going to continue on to the next zone. Now, if you go down here, you will die. I know this is a boss room, and usually the boss room will lead you to a next area. That is not the case here. When we defeated this boss, he gave us the key to Blighttown. Now, if you're like me and started off with the Master Key, you do need this key if you're going through the depths, which obviously I went through the depths. But there is a bigger shortcut you can take, which I will not be showing off in this playthrough. I will be coming back from the shortcut, but I will not use the shortcut to get down to Blighttown. So, with that being said, we're going to take the long way into Blighttown, which is never fun. And, unfortunately, I actually have to do a short video again. So, the next area of the game is actually over here, past Dormnall here. Hi, Shemai.
Hi, Shemai. I adore trinkets and hope.
I love what he says. But, now that we have the key to Blighttown, which is mandatory that you have this key to open up these doors. And if, for whatever reason, if you take the shortcut and decide to climb all the way back up here, these doors do not open from this side. They only open from the depths. So, be careful with that. But tune in next time if you want to see me go in there. The rest of this episode is actually going to be me backtracking, leveling up a bit, and that's actually probably about it. I can't think of anything else I need to take care of. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to see me do that boss with a different weapon, let me know. I'll just make a new character and race down here. But I know that boss can give a lot of people a lot of trouble. And specifically, a lot of people will invade this area. And they'll almost always come check out this bonfire. So I always close that door just to give off a small illusion that maybe I'm not here. And then even nicer is you can like kind of hide in this corner with your shield up. Just hide and wait if you get invaded. But this room is usually full of summon signs as well. So if you need to summon somebody, come up here, and that is where you would do it. So like always, I'm going to repair everything, and we are going to level up. We are going to level up our vitality, I think. I have enough strength and dexterity for what I want to do. I can't think of any reason that I need more faith. I don't know why I would level up my faith to 13. I'll level it up to 14. I don't know why he stopped, but I did apparently. Oh, because of Greater Heal Excerpt. That'll be nice to have. So tips and tricks about endurance and vitality. Endurance and vitality are kind of tricky stats because endurance is going to increase your bleed resistance, your stamina, and your equipment load. 3 very important things. So there, I'm just doing that to show off the 3 blue things that are highlighting. I highly recommend, I highly encourage putting points into endurance. However, I don't necessarily encourage more endurance over vitality and the vice versa. Obviously, if you're wearing a heavy armor set or playing with big heavy weapons, a higher endurance is going to be very important because it'll give you more chances to swing your sword, along with it'll keep you mobile. You know, it'll keep you closer to getting your 50% equipment burn. However, does that mean that if you make a character, you can just increase your endurance and wear a bunch of heavy armor and you'll never die? Yes and no. Armor is a damage mitigation. You will always take damage, no matter how high your armor is. You are always going to take damage. So you can't just run through the game with 600 health. Yes, there are playthroughs of people doing that. No, I don't have any suggestions for it if you're trying to run through the game with minimal health. I mean, there is a suggestion I have, but it's... meh, I'm not going to suggest it. So for my character, a lot of the rest of my points in this game are probably just going to actually go into vitality and endurance. Eventually, I will actually put a few more points into strength, because there is another weapon that I want to use that I have a lot of fun with. So, with all that being said, those are my new stats. 14, 14, 13, 20, 20, 14, 14. Now, would I encourage putting points into Faith Intelligence if you're not using those spells and miracles? Absolutely not. Do not put points into something that you're not using. Same thing for attunement. Do I really need 3 attunement slots? Heck no. I'm barely using the ones that I have. I'm barely using Hidden Body. In fact, I'm actually going to take it off and switch over to Greater Heal Excerpt. Because I can't think of a reason that I would use it. Repair, I'm just doing that to keep my repair costs down. And Heal, I'm actually kind of using Heal quite a bit. I should be using Heal more than I am. But this is also that bonfire was saying you actually might want to kindle it. So actually I will kindle my bonfire now. Get us up to 10 Estus Flasks. Awesome. And tune in next time, guys. We will go down to Blight Town. And, yeah. Bring it on. Ta-ta.